Hey everyone, I'm very happy to be here with Noelle Freeman, my good friend and expert in digital marketing as well. How are you, Noelle?
I'm doing well, thank you for having me.
I'm very excited to have you here. So Noelle is an expert in digital marketing, as I said, and she's the owner and the founder of the DMS. It's a great agency for social media marketing. They do campaigns, they handle Facebook, Instagram, and any other tool you just dreaming about on digital marketing. So Noelle and I are friends since I live here in Beverly Hills. Noelle and I are doing a lot of projects together here on digital marketing field, and we're very happy to collaborate in many ways. I love learning from these girls so many things, and I can't wait to ask you a few questions so everyone else can learn as well.
Right.
Tell me a little bit about how did you start? Like, what inspired you to even go to social media field?
That's so interesting because I went to school for advertising, but actually when I look back, when I was about 15, MySpace was just the only social media tool around. Wow. And AIM, and I would spend hours creating my profile and other profiles on MySpace, taking photos, one with the group and friends, one doing volunteer work, or maybe with family, pets, and I just had this desire to create like the most diverse profile and show every facet of my life, and I just loved creating that persona. It was kind of like an image consultant field that I thought I was going into, but I would take that profile and I would send it out to strangers in chat rooms on AIM, and I would ask them.
So awesome! Oh my god!
So creepy, but
oh my god!
I wanted to know what they thought, just like an unbiased opinion of who this person was and what their thoughts are. Like, oh, she looks like she parties a lot, or she looks like she's really into dance. And I just did that until I fine-tuned exactly the person I wanted to be and the person I wanted, to put out there. Because oftentimes you're a great person, but you might be putting out one image more than what you're actually doing. Like, you're always going out to eat, but that's not really who you are. And it's hard to balance that online.
Did they reply to you?
Yes. Oh, yes. Yes, really? I did. Absolutely. A lot. And
Amazing.
I do have printouts of that somewhere, so I have to find, because I would obsess over it. It was kind of like a beautiful mind. Like, I'd pin them up and say, okay, I need to focus on taking more pink pictures. It was color, everything that defines like who you are. I was obsessed with, and I wanted to really like hone in on who I was and how I portrayed myself online.
I used to love MySpace. I had also this page designed with the little mermaid and I don't know what, all kind of characters that it was many years ago.
That you could have.
The music, oh my god, this is such a nostalgic moment.
Yeah, and you could put images in your bio.
And they could move also. There was rotating and
oh
my god, this is so old.
Yeah.
So which social media platform do you prefer working with today? Because the MySpace is so old.
Right, right.
Anymore, so.
I think right now Instagram is just without a doubt the most important platform to be on, especially for a lot of my clients who are more in the fashion field and beauty field. It's just a great way to connect, reach out to people, which is harder on platforms like Facebook. You can actually do so much outreach on Instagram, as you know, and you can really get those eyeballs to come to you. It's kind of like tapping on their shoulder, I always say, and bringing them over to a business page, whether it's liking a random potential consumer's profile or commenting, DMing even. It's such a direct way to hit the consumers. I just think it's just the top platform right now.
And Facebook, do you use Facebook at all?
Personally, I don't. But
That's interesting.
Yeah, I know. I don't think that it sets me up in the right mindset. I like to have a very controlled image personally, as I just explained. But I think it's vital for businesses to be on Facebook and having the ability to reach a target audience through the right ad spend. So it's definitely a platform that's not going away. It's not my personal favorite though.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, Instagram definitely is the leading one today. Facebook is not far behind,
right?
And they're both, under Facebook anyway. So,
right, absolutely.
When you get a new client, does he usually have the whole package? Does he have Facebook and Instagram, or you build them from scratch, or are you building him a strategy, or you are just going into what he already has and work with that? How does it work?
In the beginning, when I first started my business, I noticed that a lot of times I was starting from scratch. So I was telling them what platforms to be on and building out that strategy. But now a lot of big brands already have a presence and they're looking for a new direction and a new strategy. So there's a lot of rebranding going on. So it's almost as if you're starting from scratch, and you're taking the existing brand and putting a new innovative twist on it. And to me, it's all about being relevant and how to make the brand as relevant as possible and be cool and hit as many people just being like an interesting brand, regardless of the product.
Right.
Showcasing imagery and video in such an innovative and new way is going to get new eyeballs that maybe I don't ever want to buy the brand, but I'm going to be interested because they create cool content. So that's kind of where I find most of the business in now, but it ranges.
And do you think that social media has a lot of impact in the world, or what is the strongest impact that social media actually made in this society, in general?
It's crazy. To me, social media is the driving force in today's society, whether it's news and media outlets or our own, the president of the United States. Like, we can use social media in so many ways and get our message out without the traditional outlets anymore. And even the traditional outlets now have leveraged their social media platforms. So I think what it's done is given us a new, I call it a social currency. Me, myself, we can create an image surrounded by our experiences and our business or our walk of life and leverage that to meet new people, and that kind of gives them a snapshot of what you have to offer, how much clout do you have, and how artistic are you, or who are you connected with. It's just like a spider web of your life that now you can see in such a quick way. So it's the driving force in everything, I think, today, and I'm excited to see it continue.
I totally agree that today it's everywhere and everything. It's part of life. It's not anymore just a channel for marketing. It's everywhere you walk, everywhere you look, and everywhere you touch.
Yeah, even print. I was looking back because there was a lot of scandal going on around YouTubers who their old tweets have been resurfaced. So I was looking through some of my tweets, and actually at one point I said, I do not think that Twitter's a fad.
You should go check it out.
I
Noelle
was like,
Freeman.
It's not a fad, it's here to stay. Because I remember in 2009, people saying, oh, Twitter is just going to be around for a few more months and it's going to be done. And I think, we've definitely seen Twitter kind of go up and down, but we thought at one point that social media was just a blip. Yeah.
When I established the first college I told you for social media, people didn't understand why did I do it. What is she doing? Courses for Facebook? I was even interviewed in some of the TV shows, and they were kind of cynical about it. They asked me questions. They said, "Oh, you know that the only person who makes money from Facebook it's Mark Zuckerberg." And I said, "Listen, guys, I know how to teach people, and I know that you know as well how to make money with your business on Facebook. And this is so relevant today, and this is so important to understand. And I'm telling you." Noelle is one of the people I'm inspired by to see how she works, even on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on any other platform that I'm getting to see, and I'm really inspired by that. I'm very happy to work with you. With so many clients, and it's amazing. I was wondering, what's up with Snapchat? I mean, a lot of people are approaching me with Snapchat marketing, and they want to know if it's relevant at all, because Instagram took over the stories, and they're rocking it with the stories. They have all these features and the icons and emojis, and Snapchat is worth working with at all.
First of all, Snapchat has a younger demographic, and I always look at the pulse by the influencers that make platforms what they are. And I've always been a big advocate of Snapchat, and I always thought it could be leveraged for business with partnerships, like media outlets that have stories and paid, you can have paid spots on there, or even a paid filter. But I definitely seen a downturn in it, but a lot of the influencers still use Snapchat for their face filters, which Instagram has not had the design acumen to make them as good as Snapchat yet. So I definitely don't think it's a platform that's going to be around much longer for large marketing purposes, but I think it's still something that a lot of people outside the United States still use actively, and a lot of the younger generations do still use it. So it's still there, and I don't know that if you have a certain amount of budget, I don't know that a large portion of that should go to creating Snapchat content, but it's a way that you can still, reach people and message them without a doubt.
Another question that I had on mind is Twitter advertisements, Twitter ads.
Yeah.
Do people really use Twitter ads? Because I know Instagram is very popular with Twitter, with ads, and LinkedIn ads are working, and then Facebook ads. Even Pinterest started to do ads.
Yeah.
But do Twitter ads working? Do you?
Yeah, I think Pinterest ads actually I've had the least amount of success with. With Pinterest, it's good to kind of use the publications and the media outlets that have big Pinterest accounts. You can pay to be on a board.
Right.
So that's like harder to target the right people, whereas Twitter, they do have a lot of analytics that allow you to hit exactly who you're trying to hit. In my experience, it's a little bit more expensive than something like Facebook, just because of the audience and the reach. Your ad won't be as visible as it can be on Facebook for as long. So I think Twitter ads, though, are definitely worthwhile, more than Pinterest.
Okay, it's good to know.
Yeah.
So when I tried them, I couldn't reach to too much audience, but I'm gonna come to you. Next time.
It's tough because what I've experienced is when you're creating an account now, especially with privacy, so how Facebook or Twitter would even know that I'm someone that would be interested in your product is who I'm interacting with or my demographic. But when I sign up for accounts, I often don't put the right information in, and I think a lot of more people are not putting their correct information in. So right away, that's kind of like the path we're heading down, so it's going to be harder to target the right people if we don't know the intel on it. Yeah.
Right. Well, I have another question on my mind right now. The IGTV, it's a great new tool from Instagram that they brought us to create us a TV series. You can create a TV series on Instagram, and it's really, really cool. But I think not a lot of people are using it as they should.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips on how to use it correctly, or do you think is it better than just spotted highlights that are appearing?
Oh yeah, I think they serve two totally different purposes. I think right now what's important is that you push out video content on your regular Instagram feed and then have the long form on IGTV. And I think right now, since it's new, they are pushing it, so you get the push notification that your friends or followers have posted something that's long form. So it's something that you want to take advantage of right now, but it won't. I don't see it competing at all with highlights or stories. It's definitely a competition for YouTube, who have had some tough situations with like search and some people with the really controlled content. So we'll see if Instagram plays fair in it and pushes out content evenly and freely like it should be. That's social media really should be a free platform where you can go and learn and have that free will and that experience, not a controlled search environment where they're pushing the things that they want you to see. That's really not how the internet should be. But
YouTube is part of it's under Google's umbrella, so it's more working on keywords and SEO, etc. And today it's a good question because which one is the best? There's so many videos platforms today. You have the Facebook, you have the YouTube. You have even Google Hangout, you have Instagram, and it's really diverse. Which one you think is going to be the strongest one that is going to work the best for long term? I mean,
when IGTV came out, I thought Instagram has it. This is their game. They have now everything. They have it covered. I love the idea of vertical video. It's how we hold our phone. So the idea of turning it a landscape on YouTube, was never something that I liked because you had to create, as a content creator, you have to create in two different ways now. And so I do see Instagram taking over, but YouTube, without a doubt, is where it's at with video. They have influence because they have key players on YouTube, and that's where you go even more than you'd go to the TV. You want to see your favorite people on YouTube. So they've definitely had it, but Instagram TV is new, and so I think there's a big opportunity for them.
Amazing.
Yes.
Noelle, Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, girl.
Thank
You're
you,
awesome. I'm so happy having you around. And thank you guys for being here. Please follow Noelle Freeman Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, on her blog, or her website, which is
NoelleFreeman.com, and then thedmsagency.com.
perfect. Go check it out, and I'll see you
Tom.
next time. Thank you, Noelle.